Today I am going to explain marginal costing. Marginal costing means simple thing, variable cost. Marginal cost means what? Variable cost. Margin means that only variable cost. Variable cost, for example, if we are able to produce 100 units, if we are producing extra 1 units, so 1 units we are producing extra. For that, the cost should be only variable, not fixed cost, because fixed cost remains fixed only. So that means it will not depends on sales. For example, rent is fixed cost. Whatever office expenditure, that is all fixed cost only. So in this, see, if we are producing 1 units also we are paying fixed cost. If I am telling 1000, if I am producing 1 unit also I am paying this only. 2 units also same thing, rent is same, there is no difference. 3 units also difference, there is no difference. So this is fixed for all level of activities. That's why if I produce 101 units, on that 1 units only we have variable cost, so not fixed cost. So if we are able to produce 100 units, I am telling total together 1 lakh rupees. For extra 1,01,000, maybe 1,01,000 rupees to produce extra 1 unit. If I am producing 100 units, so the my cost should be 1 lakh. If I am producing 1,01,000, so the cost should be 1,01,000. This 1,000 is called what? Variable cost. That 1,000 will cost what? Variable cost. So that we are calculating. To produce extra 1 unit, whatever we are paying extra means what? Variable only, not fixed cost. Fixed cost is fixed for all levels. So if we are producing 1 unit also, 2 unit also, this is same. To produce extra 1 units, what we are paying, that is called marginal cost, that is called variable cost. So I will show what is cost means what, how to calculate profit, marginal cost statement. This sales, right? Sales minus variable cost. If I am producing, so this one is sales minus variable cost, we are getting what? Contribution. That is not profit, because we have to pay fixed cost also, minus fixed cost. So we are in profit or loss position. So marginal cost statement what? Sales minus variable cost, contribution minus fixed cost. So this is profit or loss. For example, if I produce 1 unit, to manufacture 1 unit, my selling price should be 200. I am assuming a variable cost maybe 150. I am telling. If I subtract, so 50 rupees. My fixed cost I am assuming 5,000. Again I am in loss position, right? To produce 1 unit I am in loss position. My loss should be 4,950. This is marginal cost statement. So 4,950 my loss. If I am able to produce 2 units, maybe selling price what? 200. Per unit what? 200 into 2, 400. This becomes 300. Again my contribution should be 100. Again fixed cost is same thing only, so 5,000. Here 4,900 is my net loss. See, here sales also fluctuating, variables are fluctuating, contributions are fluctuating. See, this is not fixed, this is not fluctuating, so this is not depends. If I am able to produce 100 units, I am telling you, 100 units, my selling price should be 20,000, because 100 into per unit what? 200 to 20,000. This is 15,000 per unit. Contribution how much? 150. If I am able to produce 100 units, that becomes 100 into 150, 15,000. So contribution should be 5,000. See, my fixed cost also same 5,000. Here I am in no profit, no loss position. So when I am able to reach fixed cost, when my contribution should be 5,000. So here I will get 5,000 contribution, right? Here I am not getting, here I am not getting, here I am getting. If we are able to produce, if we are able to sell 100 units, if we are able to sell 100 units, so I am getting contribution of 5,000. There I am getting no loss, no profit position. It is called break even point. It will break even profit also, even loss also. So there is a loss position up to this loss, this profit. If I am able to produce 101 units, see, I am getting 20,200 selling price, 15,150 here, 5,050. So this 5,000. So I am in profit position. After this is margin of safety. So this is I am safe when I am able to reach the break even point. After that point is what? I am in safe position. So this is safe margin of safety. My safety should be 200, right? If I am able to sold 20,000 to 20,200, so we are in safe position. So my margin of sales should be 200, correct, right? So 200 I am in safe position. That is called margin of safety. So profit depends on contribution, because see, sales minus when I am able to reach 5,000, so I am getting profit. So contribution is very useful. On that we have different formula. First is what? Profit to volume ratio. Profit volume ratio. We need contribution only, correct, right? Because it depends. Contribution divided by sales into 100. See, what contribution of 50 divided by sales how much? 200 into 100 means what? 25% is PV. 25% is PV. To get PV. If see, here I am showing for this level, for this also, if my sale should be, my contribution 5,000, in this level I am showing, if I am able to produce 100 units, 5,000 divided by 20,000 into 100%, this also I am getting same. We can calculate any different levels. So contribution divided by sales. See, contribution how much? 5,000 divided by sales how much? 20,000. 5,000 divided by 20,000 into 100. I am getting same as it is 25% in any level of activity. We can prove. We can solve any level. For example, this level, what is contribution of 100 divided by sales, 400 into 100%, right? So here also again I am getting same percentage, 25%. So to calculate we need what? Contribution divided by sales. So whenever you will calculate, same will get. So that is PV ratio. See, to get PV, so we can calculate, we can use this also. If you know PV, if you know sales, we can calculate contribution. How means what? Contribution equals this becomes PV into sales, right? This also we can use to calculate contribution. This formula, PV into sales this becomes sales only, into only PV into sales to get contribution. To get PV, we can calculate, we can use one more method I am showing. There are different methods to calculate PV only. See, difference in contribution I am showing. Difference in contribution divided by difference in sales. What the difference? So 200 here, if I am able to produce 2 units, my contribution should be 100 minus 50 sales, 400 minus 200 into 100, right? So this is becomes 50 divided by 200 into 100. Again I am getting how much? 25% only. So one more formula, difference in or change in contribution divided by change in sales. This also we can calculate. Or profit also we can get, same thing. So profit or loss, whatever. So here I am getting loss, right? I'll show this only. Profit or loss, whatever. Change in profit, difference in profit, or different in loss, whatever. See, minus 4,000 loss, right? I am showing this difference in this difference in minus again. This also minus, right? 4,950 divided by sales, how much? Again 400 minus 200. This is minus 4,900 minus into minus plus 4,950 divided by again 200. So again I am getting 50 divided by 200. See, into 100. This is fixed. 100 is fixed. So if you are not multiplying 100, that is also correct. So again I am getting what? 25% profit on this. So this formula becomes change in contribution or change in profit and loss. Whatever, profit means profit, loss means loss. That also we can use to calculate PV ratio. Difference in contribution, difference in sales. If you want plus, I will show that also, profit also. 1,02,00,000. This becomes 20,400, 15,300, again 5,100, 5,000. So here I am getting 100 as profit. See, I will show difference in sales, right? Difference in contribution, different in sales, whatever. See, I will show this also. 5,100 minus 5,050. Now 100 is my profit. Before that what? Profit 50. Here also I get 50 divided by 5,050. Sorry, first this one, right? 5,100 minus 5,050 divided by 20,400, 20,200. Here also I get same thing, because 50 divided by 200, again I am getting 200 if it is contribution. If it is profit, so profit what? 100 minus 50 is profit, difference in profit. This time I am telling difference in profit, difference in sale, right? 20,400, 20,200, 50 minus 200. See, again I am getting 25. 0.25 means 25% only. If I multiply 100, I will get 25%. So this formula is useful. Change in contribution or change in profit or change in loss divided by change in sales. So to get PV, this is one more ratio. See, one more method I am using. See, so this is sales minus variable cost. We will get contribution, right? See, if I add, see, this is profit, this I am adding sales minus variable cost, contribution. This if I add fixed cost plus profit, right? Profit or loss. So this is marginal cost statement. If I remove sales minus variable, you will get contribution, or to get contribution, one more method, what? Fixed cost plus profit or loss. I will show. Here what? Contribution 50, right? I will show. What is fixed cost? 5,000. See, 5,000. Here I am getting loss, right? Loss means minus, right? Fixed cost plus profit or loss minus. Here I am in loss position, 4,950. Again I am getting 50. See, correct, right? Contribution should be 50 only. Sales minus variable also contribution, or fixed cost plus profit and loss. So here I am getting loss. And so here, in this where we are in profit position, I will show this one. So what is my fixed cost? 5,000 plus profit, how much? Profit of 100. So 5,100. See, contribution of 5,100. So if I add for fixed cost, profit or loss, I will get contribution. So that's why to get PV ratio, we are using one more method, PV ratio. So same thing only. fixed to get contribution, right? Fixed cost plus profit or loss divided by sales into 100 to get PV by different methods. So this is useful 1, 2, 3, all are for PV only. Now to get break-even point, when we are reaching fixed cost, right? When we are reaching fixed cost, then only we will get profit, correct, right? Break-even point. There is no loss, no profit position. See, to get BEP units, break-even point, to get this is in units, BEP in units. How much by units? So, if I sold 100 units, then I am reaching BEP, right? So, fixed cost. I said fixed cost. When I am able to reach fixed cost, then only I will get BEP, right? See, my contribution should be 5,000, then only I am in BEP. So that's why fixed cost is important. Fixed cost 5,000 divided by, when I am reaching contribution, right? Contribution. So here don't write amount. Here contribution per unit. Contribution per unit. So fixed cost how much? 5,000. Contribution per unit how much is there? 50, right? Per unit 50. 50 per unit. So I'll get 100 units, correct, ma? 100 units is BEP units, correct, right? 100 units. BEP per unit is given. So if you want BEP in sales, BEP in sales, fixed cost divided by contribution per unit into selling price per unit, So what fixed cost of? Fixed cost should be 5,000. I said in this example, contribution per unit 50, right? So 50, selling price per unit of 200. This is 100 into 200. So 20,000 is sales, right? See, 20,000 is sales. I got to know 20,000. BEP in sales. See, one more method to calculate BEP in sales. BEP in sales. Fixed cost we know. See, here, see, contribution per unit into selling price per unit, right? If mathematics is what they are telling, plus becomes into becomes divided, right? Side, right? Contribution divided by selling price, right? Fixed cost divided by contribution by selling price, what, ma? Contribution by sales, what? That is PV, right? So contribution divided by sales, what? PV. So I am writing PV only. Fixed cost I know. How much? Fixed 5,000. PV also I know. How much? 25%. That means what? 0.25. If I calculate again, it will show 20,000 only. If we calculate 5,000 divided by 0.25, we will get 20,000 is sales amount. So to calculate BEP unit, if you want units, fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. If you want in amount, fixed cost divided by contribution per unit into selling price. Or if you know directly BEP units, directly we multiply. If you know BEP units into selling price per unit. So this also we can use calculate BEP sales. Or if you know PV ratio directly, fixed cost divided by PV. Fixed cost divided by PV will get same amount of sales amount. So this is to calculate BEP sales. One more method. See, we should know when we are to get profit, how much units we want to sell. So that is called desired profit, right? If I should earn 200 profit, how much I should sell, right? How much I should sold. That is called desired profit. Sales required to that I am writing. One more formula. sales required to earn a profit. Earn a profit, I'll show. So what is the formula? Profit depends on fixed cost only, right? I said when I reach fixed cost, then only that is possible. That's why fixed cost formula plus desired profit, how much I want to earn, divided by contribution into selling price. Contribution into selling price. Or if you know PV direct, you can calculate PV by through PV only. If you don't know PV, if you know contribution into selling price, or directly write fixed cost plus the desired profit divided by PV. Here in this case PV is 25%. 25%. See, I'll show. If you want earn profit, how much? 100. So I should get what? 20. If I sold 20,400, then only I'll get 100, right? I'll show. What is fixed cost? Fixed cost is 5,000 only. Plus my desired profit, how much? 100. Divided by PV, I know 25%. That means 0.25. So 5,100 divided by 0.25. If you calculate, you'll get how much? 20,400 only. I'll show this also. $5,100 divided by 0.25. So 20,400 to get desired profit. If you want to earn 5,000, whatever, directly put here. So you get same. How much you sold, how much you need to sales. So this is our desired profit formula. Sales to sales required to earn a profit. Same. If you want sales also, how much will calculate profit also we can calculate by using this. We can shift. If you know 30,000, then how much we are getting profit, right? Correct, right? This only. Here, how much we sold to earn a profit of 100. 100, right? If we sold 1 lakh, how much we are getting profit? Same formula. This only we are using. Here, we know this. In that case, we know this, we have to calculate this. There are different methods. I'll show some formula, some sums. This is related to sales required to earn a profit. One more, margin of safety. I said margin of safety. When I know BEP sales, right? BEP sales minus actual sales. So you will get same thing I said before only. Sorry, this reverse. Actual sales minus BEP sales. What is actual sales? So see, this is BEP sales, right? Actual sales. If I took 20,200, 20,200 minus 20,000, right? 200 sales. So this is 200. If it is 400, if you want units, margin of safety in units, same. Actual sales unit minus BEP units. That we need. Actual sales units how much? 101 minus 100 will get 1 units, right? See, 100 to 1. So we are at the margin of safety. If I sold extra 1 unit, I am reaching safety position. To calculate this, we have one more formula. I already did that also. So margin of safety means what? We are in profit position only. Correct, right? Margin of safety means what? We are in profit position. So one more formula, margin of safety. So when we are able to profit, right? We are in profit. That's why profit is important. So if you know PV, that also can calculate. How much profit? If I know profit is 100, right? 100. PV I know 0.25. Then we'll get 400. So you get 400. See, 20,400 minus 20,000, how much? 400. 400 is that, right? That is, if I am getting 100 profit, this is my safety position, 400. So this is also useful to calculate margin of safety. If you know, so one more important, if you know PV ratio or variable ratio, because this majority depends on variable cost only, right? If you know PV ratio, for example, if PV ratio is 20%, I said variable what? 80%, right? 100 together. If it is 30%, variable cost how much? 70%. So this is one more formula. If you know variable cost, we can calculate PV. PV know variable cost. This whole depends on variable cost only. Maybe something you are getting in this concept. Next we solve one question only.